Hello, my name is Trapeznikova Lyubov Eduardovna. I am the coordinator of the ecological projects conducted by the ANPEO Zelёная улица. There is nothing difficult about dealing with waste. Here's the scheme of ecologic and safe disposal of waste that has been approved in Russia. To begin with, try to minimize the amount of waste produced in your daily life. The waste that was produced is to be sorted. It is later recycled and repurposed. The waste that is unable to be recycled is disposed of in one of the ways, for example, incineration. The waste that cannot be recycled or disposed of is to be buried. However, every option past trying to minimize the waste is merely a backup. With waste incineration and burial are forced measures. Before we begin sorting waste, let us make it clear what waste actually is. Waste is the items and substances that have lost their beneficial properties in the course of our activities. Waste can be divided into 5 hazard classes depending on their impact on the environment. We will consider the so-called consumption waste. It can be found in any level of danger. The consumption waste is divided into 2 categories. First, usable or recyclable waste. Recycling this waste can produce helpful materials. It is the kind we should sort. This includes food leftovers, paper, glass, metals, etc. The second category is unusable waste, which cannot be recycled as it is financially disadvantageous. In fact, all waste can be recycled, but with the current level of technological progress, it is simply disadvantageous. We would be using too many resources in order to recycle a small amount of materials. Here's some more theory. What exactly is sorting? Sorting is the division of waste into categories based on their physical and chemical properties. The categories into which waste is divided are called fractions. For example, glass, metal, plastic, and others. I suggest you play sorting logistics now. It all starts with waste building up in your house. You sort it into fractions and prepare it for disposal. Bring the sorted waste to a recycling center, from where it is delivered to a sorting station. There, it is prepared, reduced in volume, and compressed. Some types of waste are also decontaminated. The arranged waste is sent to a processing plant, which then produces finished products. But even recycling has its drawbacks too. Let us play a small game. I will make a statement and you will say if it is true or false. All waste in the world is recycled. Not true. Far from all waste is recycled at this time. We can recycle the same waste an infinite number of times. Not at all. Materials can only be recycled several times. With each cycle, they degrade in quality and will have to be disposed of or incinerated. The recycling process only requires human resources. Hardly so. The recycling process also utilizes water and electricity. The recycling process is a source of hazardous emissions. This one is true, although to a much smaller extent than in the extraction of primary resources. As you can see, our goal is to increase the range of sorted waste, but ultimately we need to reduce consumption. So first of all, to do that, avoid things that are unnecessary. Also reuse the items that you already own. or give them to someone who will reuse them, and only if everything aforementioned is impossible, send to recycle.